is the most important. It is this one lesson, the claim, data, warrant, paragraph. So see where it says CDW paragraph in action? Above the C, what does the C stand for? Claim, the D, data, and the W, warrant. All right, so go ahead and just fill that in. Depending on what school you go to, we call it different things. We call it claim data warrant in 9th, 10th, and 11th grade. I'm going to tell you what we call it here in 12th grade. In middle school, this is what y'all did, the red light, yellow light, green light. James Clemens calls it assertion, evidence, commentary. No matter how you spin it, this is how I write a body paragraph. How I write a body. Now, really emphasize this is a body paragraph, not an intro, not a conclusion. This is how you're going to write a body paragraph. We're going to be looking at the prompt that is about Beware, Do Not Read This Poem, but I'm going to completely reteach this lesson just in case you feel like you need a refresher on it, just in case you may have not felt comfortable with it in the past. We're just going to nail it down because this is how you write the rest of your life. Testimony. I was taught this writing style when I was getting my master's. I went to a workshop on it, and when I learned how to do this, this is how I started writing my research papers because it helps you make sure you get everything your body needs. If you don't follow claim data warrant format, you may have too many quotes and not enough of your voice, or you may have too much of your voice and not enough quotes. It's going to be a color-coded visual. When you turn these into me, like final drafts of essays, everything, we turn them in blue, green, and yellow every single time. That being said, you can go ahead and look at the note. It says when analyzing literature, writers need to express their findings. Remember, we are always actively reading and underlining, and that'll help you in all of your classes like science and history, even your math word problems. Underline, annotate while you read. We are expressing our findings in an organized manner. If you are more science and mathematically minded, this is going to be right up your alley. This is like an equation for writing. So, that being said, the CDW paragraph ensures that writers state their position, support it, and comment on it. When it says state their position, what do you think out of the CDW the position is referred to as? This is the claim, exactly. What about the support it? What would that be? Exactly. And lastly, warrant. So it's just the good essay flow. Right, now you wonder how the colors come in. Can you pick up your blue pencil? Beside the word claim, it tells you this is the true blue you are trying to prove. So highlight or underline claim in blue. It's the true blue you are trying to prove. This is your position. This is the point you are trying to get across. All right, now in the CDW at the top, highlight your C in blue. So just a little color coding, and it will always just be these three colors. No more colors will be added to the mix. Let's look at what a claim looks like. Now, if you choose to take honors, dual, AP, whatever you take, this is still how you write body paragraphs, but in AP, there are going to be three types of CDW paragraphs you write. One of them is the claim of purpose, which is the one we're going to be writing today because we're just going to be talking about what kind of theme the author creates, why and how he does it. The other one is the theme of appeal, like is the author appealing to the audience's emotions, to their sense of logic? Are they trying to establish credibility? And the other one is a claim of strategy, like the author uses dominantly negative diction. But today's is just claim of purpose. But to show you how it connects in later grades, especially in AP, if you're choosing that route, that's how it's going to connect. So, true blue you are trying to prove. This is a statement of opinion, interpretation, or judgment that supports a thesis. This is like a thesis statement. We're not writing a full essay on this poem. We're doing little stair steps. This poem, you're writing one big old body paragraph. Then we're going to teach how to write a thesis statement for the next piece of literature we do. Then we'll teach you how to write an intro paragraph and then a conclusion. If you can get good at the body paragraphs, what do y'all think is technically the more important part of the essay? The intro and conclusion or the body paragraphs? The body, because what does the body show?
It just shows what you learned.
You know what you're talking about. It shows what you learned. It shows you can support it. So hang with us in this lesson, and then when we get to teaching the intro and conclusion, it'll be a cakewalk. All right. Let's see. We're going to underline the claims in blue because it's the true blue we are trying to prove. And right now, this is very sterile, very cut and dry. Let's personalize it to something many of us have been through. I know that you're so done with him. Break up with him. Yes. Have any of you ever been in a relationship? Let's raise our hands awkwardly. Yes, the rest of you keep protecting yourself. Don't fall in love until you're at least a senior. No. So you've been dumped. Maybe you haven't been dumped. Maybe you've dumped someone. Now let's really cut you to the heart. You've been cheated on. Cheater, cheater. Where'd you meet her? Cheating. Your argument when you are cheated on is, what is your opinion? You did what? Don't say what they literally did. Just say you. What did they do? You cheated on me. So out beside claim, let's write, you cheated on me. Mm-hmm. And if your toes get stepped on here, that's your problem, not mine. I'm not. Oh, just kidding. You can hopefully be a better person after being in my class where I tell you every day that be good people. See, it's going to rub off. So that is our statement of opinion. This is our argument. How is this an argument? What might they say? No, I did not. They're always going to say that, by the way. They're always going to say they didn't. They're going to start it with this. What had happened was, if you ever get a what had happened was or a hey girl, don't open it. Don't open it. Don't read it. The hey girl. Don't open the hey girls. I don't know. The boys, do you say what up, brah? Don't open the what up bras either. And that is a big old stare. Don't open them. Run away. But do we stop there? When we say you cheated, do we say, and there's my piece and walk away? We're going to prove it. So let's look at how we're going to prove it. This is our data. That's right. We data analyze all this stuff. Data analysts. That is what we are. We are going to make Ed Sheeran proud. This is the grass we stand on. Dancing in the grass. And I will always say grass like grass because of that nice redheaded gentleman who I saw open for T Swizzle before she got big and he got big. So I have seen Ed Sheeran in person. Who? I've seen T Swizzle about 4 or 5 times before she got all rich. I did. I fangirled so hard. I fully involved if you ever go to a movie or a concert with me, like Top Gun, I was like, zoom, helping the jets launch. You might not want to sit by me. But I don't like to talk during movies. I just like to interact, if that makes sense. What happens if we don't have grass or ground to stand on physically? What would happen? You sink. So guess what happens to your breakup argument or your essay if you don't have the grass to stand on? You lose. It stinks. And this, one of my students last semester, he had a parent who was a lawyer. This is how lawyers make their arguments. They say, my client is innocent and angry, probably. Don't mess with them. They're angry. And then they say, Exhibit A. But after they show it, we'll see what happens after Exhibit A. What is the data? These are statistics, examples, paraphrase info, facts, deets, direct quotes. Here is our money pot in your English classes, even if in your science classes when you do lab reports, you would have direct references to your lab findings. It gives specific, not Pacific. This isn't the ocean, y'all. Specific. If you're saying that's a Pacific, no, baby, it's specific. That provides specific support for the claim. And we're going to underline it in green because it's the grass we stand on. All right, let's roast them. You cheated on me. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. Prove it. Give me some ways y'all do this these days. Screenshots, that's number one these days. Screenshots. Be sure you're adding this to your notes. Texts. Receipts. The police. Someone one semester said surveillance footage. Oh. That is another. What had happened? Yes. Anyone have a Life 360 or a Snap Map? So 360, the Snap Map. Anyone ever been to the Sonic? Someone got busted at Sonic. Don't worry, they graduated. See, the Ardmore Sonic, that is good quality folk. Okay, sometimes. But the Athens Sonic, apparently that's where all the drama happens. First of all, you're too close to the Walmart. We know that's trauma in itself. So we have any of you ever had a witness? Can I get a witness? This would be the hey girly. Mm-hmm. So now, yes, we have told you how we know this. This is how. You said you would be here, but your mama said, because I have her phone number, that you were not there. So, and if you did not have a rapport of how to catch people being cheaters, here you go, free public education. And we are cool, level-headed people. So we just say, you cheated on me, here's the reason, have a good life. No, we don't. What do?
We be petty.
We are petty. This is when we go off on them. This is where, in the monumental you cheated on me breakup, we go off on them. We explain ourselves. We let them know what is up. Tell me.
Girl denies it, man admits to it. I had a guy admit they'd been dating for 6 months. We had broken up 2 months ago.
Oh, so maybe the new person, and then he finds out he was cheated on too. Jeez.
He regretted that pretty quickly.
Oh, yes. And in this world today, it's hard to not get caught. You're exactly right. So Chloe is right. Now let's talk about officially, this is called the warrant. This is the warrant for their arrest. No. This is your yellow light bulb moment. Now, these light bulbs today will make you realize every single flaw that you ever have. If you go in the TJ Maxx Marshall's dressing room, you're going to be like, well, there's a blemish I have never seen before. But old-timey light bulbs, like in cartoons and stuff, what color did they used to be? Yellow. Now, I hope no one is offended by my attempted light bulb. Draw yourself a little light bulb. Please don't look like anything inappropriate. Okay, good. We're good. That's an old-timey light bulb. I got an A in my art class. Thank goodness for vocabulary tests in art, or I would not be before you today. I would be sitting with Miss Blue. That was my awesome art teacher's name. This is your light bulb. Okay. This is your light bulb moment. Pretty good stuff. All right, we'll zoom in a smidge. This is where you explain and interpret the data. This screenshot where you told him that he is, quote, a dime piece, that means he is a 10, proves that you were flirting with someone else. You interpret that data. You make connections between the data and the claim. The fact that your snap map said you were at the duck pond when you said you were doing your IXL math homework proves. Okay, don't be the person that does your IXL at the duck pond. The duck pond is for peace and love and respect in nature. Okay, I have no time for a tangent on those delicate creatures. Yes. Now there's a typo. Who can find it? It's in the warrant section. There's a typo. Oh, Chloe found it. Chloe, you will have a sticker that says cool chick waiting for you when class is over for finding the typo. See where it says use your own words, ickle thinking? This should say what kind of thinking? Critical. Just a little oopie doop. I plead oopie doop. Use your own words. This is your critical thinking. Now, this is what is the most important part because you're not just using the author's words or the actual data. You are using whose thinking? Yours. So put a star. This is the most important. Importante. Most. Let that Ardmore Spanish Club president drop some knowledge on y'all. This is the most important part of the paragraph. Because who gets to show off? That's right. You show your understanding. You show your thoughts. And this is the beauty of English class. It's kind of like in math when you get credit for showing your work. In this instance, the answer is kind of like the claim, but whenever you back it up with the data, and then you may even have to, like when you get to doing proofs where you write out and explain why this is an if-then statement in your math classes, you're getting to show your thought instead of just having that answer. All right, so let's revisit our breakup. Oh, and let's see. This is the most important part. Demonstrates your critical thinking. Let's look at our breakup and see if we are going to come out with any sense of closure. You cheated on me. Here are the screenshots, text messages, receipts, footage, Live 360, the Snap Map, Sonic Witness, and your new boyfriend and I have been texting. Then you go off on them. The screenshots prove that you were at the duck pond. The receipts show that you opened it and said that you viewed it even though you said that you did not have your phone. The footage of you holding hands in front of my grandmother's subdivision, the audacity. Yes, they knew. They did it anyway. This is not a personal testimony, but this proves and I logged into your Sonic app and saw you bought a limeade slushie and you don't like limeades. I know. And then you got to be next level, people. You got to know this. But based on that, would we have proved that they cheated on us? Did they cheat based on our argument? Yes, even if they didn't cheat, guess what we just proved? They cheated. Do sometimes criminals get proven innocent? Why? Because they learned the claim-data-warrant lesson? No, because they had their position. They had the evidence, and they brought it all together and were super persuasive. All right. Are there any questions on what makes a claim, what makes a data, what makes a warrant? All right, some of you may use that this weekend. Now I'm going to give you hopefully some pleasure. Maybe some of you need to get rid of some baggage. I'm just going to say I know more than y'all think I know. Some of y'all are just letting people bring you down. Move on. Move on. Move on. Good. This corner is an overnight trip. No baggage, just a carry-on. All right, so now let's give you a little practice situation. You have a literary body paragraph. Indicate which section is the claim, the data, and the warrant. Color code in blue, green, yellow. If I were you, label them first, like put claim, data, warrant, and then color code. So the good thing is we usually type these, so if you accidentally put the wrong color when you type it, you can just fix it. And when you write your essays, this shows me your process. Like, did they think that this was data? Did they think they were giving commentary when they gave me another quote? So this is from To Kill a Mockingbird. To know where it starts and stops, the font changes. And I know some of you didn't read it last year. That you don't have to have read it to understand it. Right? Compare with your neighbor what your color coding was. All right. What is the first section? That is the claim. Can you find the opinion that is stated? Compassion for others may sometimes be more important than honesty. That is the claim. Although Atticus thinks it's important to be honest, he ultimately decides that compassion may be more important. So what color would you have had those? Blue. That would be the true blue you are trying to prove. There we go. What is the next section?
Green grass.
This is the green grass. Please say it with the Ed Sheeran voice for me. Thank you, dancing in the dark, listening to my favorite song. When you saw me in that lanyard, looking so like a teacher I don't deserve. All right. Perfect knot. All right. And lastly, obviously, this is the yellow. Our light bulb moment. This is our warrant. Now notice whenever we start writing essays, and whenever my kids come back and ask me questions when they're in their 11th and 12th grade classes, one of my kids I was looking at his 11th grade summer reading, and I said, color code it. And I said, and skim it, tell me what you already know you need more of. He said, yellow. So this is going to, it'll aesthetically show you, oh wait, I have way more green than yellow. Wrongo, guess what color you need the most of?
Yellow.
I need the most of yellow. So aesthetically, you're going to want the most of yellow. You need the most of yellow. You want the most of your thoughts. Okay. Are there any questions about that excerpt? Okay, so now we have a full paragraph pattern. We have claim. Here's where I tell you what it looks like in senior English in college. Your claim is called a topic sentence. Your claim is a topic sentence, and it's going to connect, that connects to your thesis statement supports. So if I said sharks are the best animal because they are vicious, swift, and intelligent, my first paragraph would be about vicious, my second would be about swift, and my third would be about intelligent. My topic sentences could literally be, and reworded obviously so it's not identical, sharks are the most superior animal because of their, what was reason one? Viciousness, I believe. So this is going to match your thesis statement supports. All right. Then you will have your data 1, warrant 1, data 2, warrant 2. And then you close out the paragraph. What color should we close the paragraph out in so it's kind of matchy-matchy? Blue. So go ahead and highlight this so your claim and your closeout are blue. And you just want to close it out so it doesn't chop off. All right. Data again, green. Warrant yellow. Now, I've told you when you get to senior English, college, you no longer have like 10th grade, we say 5-paragraph essay. 12th grade and college, it's going to be like 5 to 7 pages, depending on what the professor wants, depending on the topic. You can have really big body paragraphs. You could technically have claim data warrant, data warrant, data warrant, close. Or claim data warrant, data warrant, data warrant, close, depending on how many resources you find, etc. But for 10th grade, this is your sweet spot. All right. Are there any specific questions on the claim data warrant? Is it coming back to you? You can just nod your head gently if it's coming back a little. If it feels better, nod your head a little bit more like an amen nod. Feel a little clearer? All right. Awesome sauce. So if you will now get out your poem, keep that out. So you need that out, your poem, and a blank sheet of paper. I've got a blank space, babe, and I'll write your name. Thank you. And let's go ahead and kill that recording. This is Haley Reyer showing up in the 256, Athens, Alabama, changing lives. I bet it didn't even record with my luck. Maybe it did. Who knows? That was kind of fun.